back in our face and all of they outputs.
Look, if they can't guarantee your safety while you in prison, they're not supposed to keep you in prison. And guess what? They can't guarantee nobody in safety that's in there.
So how they gonna keep?
That's right there alone by itself is the forfeiture of their jurisdiction as the Department of Corrections.
No, they really can't. I mean, it's it's dangerous as hell in there.
Man, motherfuckers get stabbed, raped, beat the fuck up, kicked downstairs, bopped in the head with mop handles, all kind of shit. They can't keep you safe in there.
Not at all.
You come out that motherfucker looking like a pin cushion or a pinata.
And looking 20 years older than what you was or what you are.
Yeah, you supposed to come out of prison preserved, not motherfucking stressed the fuck out worse than you was in the street.
Right. I always shat on nobody for real.
So the question about the umbilical cord around the neck, sometimes the baby is in the uterus is moving around, and they'll sometimes wrap the umbilical cord around the neck. So when they come out, it's wrapped around their neck from them moving in the uterus. Like I remember hearing my mom tell my father, "I'm jumping around in there like a monkey." When she was pregnant, because I was doing backflips off the side of the uterus. I was having a blast, shit.
In the primordial water.
Yeah.
Appreciate the question, Spooky Bay. Okay. It's a good one. Let me see what this one's about.
Medusa was a Psi priestess. That's why her name is Medusa. Medu in Egypt is 10. 10 is the highest rank. Psi, look up the Psi symbol. It's the birth priestesses were Psi priestesses. So when they say Medusa, they're saying that she is the highest ranked of the Psi priestesses, which are known as the birth priestesses or the doulas. They were the Gorgon priestesses by tribal affiliation in Greece. That's what the Greeks referred to the three sisters as the Gorgons. And so Medusa is actually the leader of the Gorgon. Because the guy was under the impression that Larry, Jeff, Tukey is the cause, because they started these organizations, they're the cause of the problem. And it's like, no. If you don't understand the enemy, you're supposed to think that. That's the narrative the enemy told you to follow. So you following the enemy's narrative, but you have no clue that you're following the narrative that the enemy gave you because you don't understand what the enemy was doing to occupy the land. This is occupied territory by foreign invaders. And the foreign invaders that occupied the territory wanted to keep the people of the land divided against each other so we never figure out the problem, never come together, and never kick their ass off the land. And if we don't do that at the close of the age, we default on our own shit. We gave it to them. I'm not giving a motherfucker nothing. I'm not giving a motherfucker nothing. Big Mama said, fuck all this shit up until all of yours get all of theirs. Leave no stone unturned. I'm a GD.
Facts.
She ain't told me to kill nan stone. She said don't leave them unturned. What that mean? Uneducated. Ignorant.
Facts.
So wherever I see one of us at, they don't got to believe me. They don't have to agree with me. I'm going to drop this info on them though. Because Big Mama said leave no stone unturned. That means leave no one ignorant behind. Right? Each one teach one. We all might reach some. Right? And if we all reach some, it won't be long before the enemy is done. Because once you purge the enemy within, you don't have to worry about the enemy without because he'll show itself.
That's why I'm trying to tell people, like, and they always make it seem like it's a white and black thing. Like, I'm trying to tell people, literally, the person that's having our demise is someone who looks just like us, because
Look
that's the only
just
way they
like
can
us.
know us. That's the only way they can know our every move, and how we thinking about certain things, and how certain things affect us. I'm
Look,
trying not to say black anymore, but Aboriginal Indigenous people are the most empathetic people. You know what I'm saying? So they know how to get to us. They know that
pull on your
our children.
heartstrings.
You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody said it's mudras. That's what I really meant too. The gangsters are mudras. You know, like they're all
That's correct.
energy.
And they doing sign language too. So it's mudras, it's sign language, and we talking only from one side or the other side to tell a message up the middle. Only if you can see it from the middle. When GD throwing up the pitchforks and the Stone throwing up the 5, if you take sides, you don't know what the fuck going on. It's drama. But if you don't take sides and you give everybody their due respect, they both telling the same story. One of them telling it from mama's eyes and one of them telling it from daddy's eyes. But it's the same story. It doesn't change. It don't change from New York to Boston, from Boston to Philly, from Philly to Akron, from Akron to Dayton, from Dayton to Memphis, from Memphis to Miami, from Miami to Houston. It doesn't change. They all telling the same story. Something's wrong on the land.
Mm-hmm.
They telling us this. This is what the gang's telling us. In they mudras and they hand signs, when they repping they set, they telling us something wrong on the land. We don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We need somebody to be able to see from both sides so that they can see the problem.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
So
a non-biased person.
Right. And that's the hardest part right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hardest part. Mm-hmm. Because when I was trying to figure out how to get Larry out, I was also trying to figure out how to get Angel Bay out. Mm-hmm. I was also trying to figure out how to get Malachi York out. Mm-hmm. But everybody else is only worried about that one. Mm-hmm. As long as you're worried about just one person, you lost. Can't win that way. When you start seeing the family, look at it as a family struggle. We got internal family conflict, but now the whole family is under attack.
The whole family, and we've been under attack for a very long time. That's the thing too. Like, people think this just started with slavery. I'm like, this ain't just started with slavery. Like, we've been under attack before that.
Well, they used to didn't come over here with that bullshit. They normally kept it in Asia and Africa, the land of Ainana, which is ISIS, which we call today Europe, Asia, and Australia, and the Pacific Islands. That's all ISIS. Inky shit is Africa, and the Americas was soft shit. Didn't nobody bring bullshit over here. Because normally when you come over here with bullshit, two of us will stop fighting to beat your ass. When we get done beating your ass, we'll go back to fighting until we finish whatever our problem was getting solved. So they was always at a disadvantage.
And it's crazy how stories are told so differently, and there's just, lies. Like, because, like, for instance, like, Christopher Columbus came to the island of Hispaniola first, specifically Dominican Republic, and he met the Tainos there, and everybody just believes that he just conquered them and they just helped him. And really, the truth, like, if you are from Dominican Republic, you know the truth. Like, half of our men told them that they're going to starve themselves. We're not going to teach you how to do the crops. We're not going to teach you how to fend for yourself. Like, this is war. You know what I'm saying? What they did was just take our women. They took our women and that broke our men. And, like, I don't know, like, to hear, like, certain stories, just like how you said, like, they switch these stories up. I took African American studies in college.
The hardest thing for us to grasp is this concept of these black conquistadors that look like us, pretended to be us, brought some people with them that was their servants that they held in bondage, made contracts with them, and told everybody they made the contract with us. Right? So now they $5 Indians about to get their $5 asses exposed. Right? Because fucking with me, I'm going to take their $5 ass and make change. And the change is this. When they brought them over here, the elders that they weren't allowed to kill based on divine intervention as reasons. That's why they couldn't kill certain people. If you kill certain, like for instance, if they kill Larry or they kill Angel Bay and they don't let them die from natural causes, it immediately sets a chain of events in the motion that they can't do nothing about. They are conscious and aware of this, but they don't tell us. Right? So when you wonder why, right? So you wonder why Jeff was able to tell the police it won't be no killing without killing while they were shooting us in the back like 90 going north in Chicago. How many of us don't stand up to the police in the public at a press conference of police and tell them it ain't gonna be no killing without killing? Y'all not just gonna come over here and kill us. It's not gonna happen. We're gonna kill your ass back. And this is why they had to neutralize them and get them off the land. COINTELPRO, mission statement.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know?
Yep. It's even I was talking to my mother today and I was telling her, she was mentioning the president or whatever. And I was just telling her, I was like, I actually really don't care, because it doesn't make sense for we to have a so-called person as our leader when they don't even make majority of the US. Most black people don't even do the census. You don't know how much of us are here. You don't know how many, and we all know it's more of us than them. You know what I'm saying? So like I was telling her, I was like, Colombia doesn't have a Puerto Rican leader. Puerto Rico don't have a Haitian leader. Haiti don't have a Dominican leader. You know, you have a leader that represents your people because they are part of your people. So like a lot of this stuff, like I just got onto like Larry Hoover and like, you know, who he really is and like why it's important for him to come out and stuff. But nonetheless, like I knew it was gonna have to be one of us, to like somebody who's strong, somebody who has a presence, and somebody who's been around for a minute, for people to like kind of wake up and come together. Because it doesn't matter if it's Larry Hoover or Angel Bay or Tukey, you know what I'm saying? As long as somebody's representing us and we know that they have our best intentions, you know, and they want to see us free and want to see the liberation of us. But everybody's just so focused on who it is, you know what I'm saying? Who's setting us free. And like for me, I don't really think that matters, you know? Like I know plenty of us are tired. Everybody's just tired of the way the system is going.
And that's where we at right now. So we know everybody tired, but how many people tired enough to say enough is enough and disassociate from the system? Right. That's where the problem come in at. I'm gonna take another guest. Right. I really appreciate you, sweetie. It was some good input to add. You made me look good.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be back at it again.
All right, peace.
So I'm gonna take how
do I
got you.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. What's on your mind?
So I've been noticing, like, in one of your lives I watched, you were talking about how the dancing is really important.
Yes.
And I've been noticing like people are dancing everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. Like every time I get on every time I get on any app, they always crip walking or doing some type of just some type of dance, and I'm noticing like that's increasing. Like, what does it really mean?
It's the frequency. Now, if you go back to the Salem witch hunts, one of the events that kicked off a massacre was the young maidens, the young ladies, were becoming intoxicated by seeing each other dance. They know that is a massive conjure on earth for the women to dance and to harness the energy of the earth, especially barefoot. Somebody put in the comments, which is true. And so if the women can hold the frequency long enough, it'll start activating the mitochondria in the women nearby. They won't be able to sit still. And then when there's enough women are activated, they start activating the mitochondrial in the men. And the men start, dancing and crip walking and B walking and C walking and G walking and jitting in Detroit and, different stuff. Bank bouncing in Atlanta. So these local dances is the local conjures. The people that develop the dance is absorbing the sequence from the earth through their DNA. And the more Crips start crip walking right now, the more lightning storms we gonna have, right? But it's gonna also serve a notice to the rest of the Crips. We waking up. California ready. Chicago ready. New York ready. New Orleans is ready. Miami is ready. Boston is ready. Right? Problem is everywhere in the middle ain't ready. We got to get the middle, the ones in the middle, ready. Oh, New York ready. Pretty Chin said New York ain't. Yeah, they ready. You just don't know because they all laying in a what you call sleeper mode, waiting to be activated. Soon as they see these three kings walking on the land, the whole dynamic change instantly. Right? This is when you see the police standing outside their car with nothing to fucking do. They don't got nothing to do. It's over at that point. All they can do is stand outside and watch because they can't do anything. Right? So we're trying to get the rest of the people to wake up. You know, so the Nubians know what's up. The righteous Moors know what's up, and the dirty Moors. The dirty Moors is now in soaking mode because they fucking lost. They brought that bullshit over here and thought we wasn't gonna never fit. We was gonna think that every time we turn around and if somebody looked like us selling us out, that it was one of us. We ain't gonna never think it was them. We know it was them. We know how they infiltrate our organizations. They the only ones can do it. Pink people can't infiltrate our organizations. It wasn't nobody pink skin with straight hair infiltrated the Panthers. It wasn't nobody with pink skin and straight hair that infiltrated the Nation of Islam. Right? Same with the 5% Nation. Them niggas that killed Klans 13X was darker than me. And they didn't get caught. Because they got the police on payroll.
That put me in the mind of when I seen that, watched one of the movies they made about Malcolm X. It was two men, like they were hella black, but they had on suits or something. It was one of them movies, but they was black like that.
He said it. Malcolm said it in the speech that he gave when his house got bombed, and he named names of infiltrators so Elijah Muhammad to know who they is. This is what people don't know. See, we got a way of talking to each other where the ones us that know what's being said, but the rest of the people is just going to suspect they know. You keep suspecting you know, and you remember the part you think you know, but when the truth come out, we'll fix that part for you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he's in there, and he's saying that when he get the names, he say, this is nothing the police don't know. The police know this. Malcolm know the code of the street, so he ain't telling on nobody. He even say, I'm not telling on nobody. This is this is what the police, the one told me who it was that was stalking me.
That's wild.
Right? Then he turned around and he say, the Nation of Islam has been infiltrated at every level by the FBI and the police. It was somebody looked like us gave the layout of the house that Fred Hampton was sleeping in.
Wow.
Watch Judas and the Black Messiah. That's a good loose depiction. But read the FBI files on it. That's a whole nother avenue of looking at it. You know, so it was somebody looked like us shot Tupac.
I could believe it.
You know, they look just like us.
I believe it because, like, think about when you say that, like, think about the narrative that they play. All these people from the streets and, you know what I'm saying, being like all this and that, so they can throw it off as gang violence. That's the cover.
The only thing is people think that these is our people. They not our people. They not us. They just look like us. They look like us enough to infiltrate us without us knowing if we don't know how they vibe.
So let me ask you this. So with that being said, it's like the ones that kill are not us. So like, is that in our nature then?
They not us.
Is that a nature? That's what I'm saying. Is that a nature thing? Like, is that a way of telling, like, if you can kill a person, then you're not?
Because I murdered one of them motherfuckers in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But it's because I have to defend my land and my people.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we do it to defend. They just do it just to do it.
Oh
Is
yeah,
basically what I'm
it's
saying.
still strategic.
Mm.
It's still strategic. It's based on your bloodline, and it's based on your ability to be able to get people to listen to you speak, sing, or whatever. This is the reason why everybody go to Hollywood have to go through these shaming ceremonies so that they can have something over their head to disgrace them in front of the people.
Makes sense.
Because as long
Collateral damage.
long as you think R. Kelly a pedophile, as long as you believe R. Kelly a pedophile, then his influence has been minimized. His voice has been murdered. When you understand what hang him in effigy means, right? It's more than one way to skin a cat. It's more than one way to bust a gat, and there's more than one way to kill somebody.
I've heard all of it before.
So you kill their legacy while they still alive. That's the worst murder.
It is.
Right? But some of them, you can't kill their legacy because they see your bullshit. So they murdered them. Like they did Malcolm. Like they did Martin. You know? They pay dirty hands to do their dirty work so they can come by us and say, I told you it was Whitey. I told you. Uncle Ruckus knows when he say he knows. Don't trust the reverse vitiligo. You know what I'm saying? We see it now.
Oh my goodness. They be sounding like straight clowns. Like, you don't make no type of sense.
Yeah, so what they normally do, Clarence 13 Next could have took this nation back from them, but they murdered him. Right? Malcolm X could have took the nation back from them, but they murdered him. They poisoned Yahweh Ben Yahweh. Right? They murdered John Africa. They murdered Joseph Sinkhu. They murdered Fred Hampton and Mark Clark. They murdered them. But they want us to believe we the killers. They wrote on paper they was going to neutralize him. They poisoned Bob Marley, talking about he caught cancer from kicking the soccer ball. As if we supposed to believe this shit. Dr. Sabi ain't dead. He on his ranch laughing at their ass because they think they killed him. He was extracted. He right down there, probably having dinner with Left Eye and motherfucking Aaliyah, talking about what we gonna do when this shit over with. Because that's who at his ranch with him. You know. So if they coming at us, they swore war on us till they take us for everything we got. They never relented in the war.
Yeah, how much more you think we got? Y'all done came and stole every damn thing.
The last hurrah was, if none of us rise up with the capabilities to reclaim the land, identify the true leaders of the land, expose the true leaders of the land to the people, and show them who the imposters on the land is, what they done, and how they done it. That exposes the dirty Moors for what they is. Now, I can't say all Moors because we was actively infiltrating their shit while they was actively infiltrating our shit. Right? So all Moors not dirty Moors. But for a dirty Moor, I can cut him from asshole to appetite and never lose a wink of sleep.